Iron Man 3, 2013. Tony Stark recounts his story. He speaks of anxiety, battles, and his struggles. Across from him sits Bruce Banner. But Banner is not paying attention. He has fallen asleep. The reveal reframes the entire narration of the film as Tony venting to a friend. This scene had no major payoff. It existed only as comedy and character connection. Thor, The Dark World, 2013, two scenes again. First, Sif and Volstagg bring the ether, revealed as an infinity stone, to the Collector. The Collector accepts it, muttering, "One down, 5 to go." This linked the film to the wider Infinity Stone storyline. The payoff came in Infinity War, where the Collector already possessed the Reality Stone. Second, Thor returns to Earth. He reunites with Jane Foster. A frost beast roams London in a brief comedic shot. This closed the personal narrative of Thor and Jane, though it carried no long-term impact. Captain America, The Winter Soldier, 2014. In a Hydra facility, Baron von Strucker speaks. In glass cells nearby are the Miracles, Pietro and Wanda Maximoff. This was the introduction of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Their payoff was in Age of Ultron, where they became key figures. A second scene shows Bucky Barnes visiting a museum exhibit about himself. He sees images of the man he once was. This set the stage for his eventual recovery of identity, explored further in Civil War and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Guardians of the Galaxy, 2014. Amid the ruins of his collection, the Collector sits in defeat. Beside him, Howard the Duck speaks sarcastically. A creature licks his face. This was pure comedy, but it confirmed Marvel was willing to adapt even its strangest characters. A second scene showed Baby Groot dancing in secret, hiding from Drax. This became a viral moment, though it served no larger narrative purpose. Avengers, Age of Ultron, 2015. A vault opens. Inside rests a golden gauntlet. Thanos reaches for it and says, "Fine, I'll do it myself." This was the clearest statement of intent from the character since 2012. It confirmed that he would personally collect the stones. The payoff came 3 years later in Infinity War. Ant-Man, 2015. Two tags. First, Hank Pym shows Hope Van Dyne a prototype Wasp suit. He tells her it was made for her mother, but now it can be hers. This promised Hope's transformation into the Wasp. The payoff was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. The second, Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson hold the Winter Soldier in a hidden base. They discuss contacting Tony Stark, but dismiss the idea. This was not a tease, but a direct scene from Civil War, arriving the next year. Captain America, Civil War, 2016. First, Bucky chooses to return to cryogenic sleep in Wakanda. T'Challa watches over him, saying he will help until a cure is found. A statue of the Panther looms over them. This was the first real glimpse of Wakanda. Its payoff came in Black Panther. Second, Peter Parker tests his new web shooter, enhanced by Tony Stark. A small light projects the Spider-Man symbol. This confirmed his continuing mentorship. Doctor Strange, 2016, two tags. First, Strange speaks with Thor in New York. They discuss finding Odin. Strange offers assistance. This led directly into Thor Ragnarok. Second, Mordo confronts another sorcerer, Jonathan Pangborn. He steals his magical energy, leaving him crippled. Mordo declares there are too many sorcerers. This was the start of his villain arc, which returned in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, 2017, 5 separate scenes. Kraglin learns to control Yondu's arrow, with painful results. The Ravagers reunite, honoring Yondu, hinting at the original comic team. Aisha reveals a cocoon, naming its occupant Adam. This teased Adam Warlock, finally introduced in Guardians 3. Teenage Groot ignores Star-Lord while playing video games. Finally, Stan Lee speaks with the Watchers, confirming his cameos as a kind of cosmic observer. Most were comedic, but the Adam Warlock tease carried forward.